Welcome, fifth graders. I'm going to give you another challenge today. I hope I'm giving you some projects that are making you think creatively for all of the projects. So this is one that you would have had this year with more pen and ink, but we're just changing it a little bit so that maybe if you have paints at home, you can use watercolors with this, or if you don't, use the markers or whatever you have to do it with it. We're going to start this. We're kind of getting into a little bit of how distortion can be used in art with a profile drawing of literally, think about how the side of a face would be with your forehead, a nose, coming down with a lip and coming in, coming around for your chin and just stopping there for starting. So I'm going to have, so this would be a profile view. I can come back down and decide right here where it dips in is where the eye area always starts on a profile. So I'm going to put in an eye shape here, and I'm going to put in an eyelid thing too so I can have fun with that. And up here I'm going to start coming in with hair. I could do this with anything. So I'm starting just with a profile. I'm going to come down with a neck here, coming down. You can see my other samples here. I'm using the space differently in what I might do with breaking up space, that I might be able to do things with my design. Now what I'm going to do is, before I go any further, I'm going to look at the face, and I'm going to come here from the chin, and I'm going to come back up around, and I'm going to make now a full face that I'm going to be connecting up here with my profile. So you can see what I'm doing, and again, you can see different ways you can make your mouth and what you're doing. So now I'm looking at not just the profile, I'm looking at the 3/4 view, and maybe I'm going to come down and make some more interesting patterns happening, and maybe come with the other side of a neck in here, maybe make some interesting things happening. I could put a hat on this or a band. I could come back and decide what I want to play with. So I can do maybe up here a little crown effect. That would be fun to do. So as you're thinking through what you might want to do with the designs, you can come in and think about what else you might want to exaggerate with your design. So there we've got that happening. So maybe the eyes, I can come back and decide maybe I'm going to give them some eyebrows on this one. So you can see as I'm doing designs here, I can exaggerate. I could come about here with the nose and exaggerate the curl there. I could put almost a clown mark right in there. I can think about what else do I want to do in here that I can break up my space with designs to make an interesting face and to make an interesting design that I'm going to be able to change colors in. So I'm filling my space. Now, if you come, once you've got your composition pretty much laid out, you can keep adding. So the crayon is the easy, so I can come back in, I can add, I decide what else I might want in here. I really don't need, once I have the profile nose in there, I really don't need to worry about something else over here. I've already got that set up, because with the 3/4 you can get still a face without another part of a nose. So you can see I've got here, I've added things inside, like if you wanted to work your name inside a design, if you wanted to work 5th grade inside some of this design, you could. And then you can start with thinking about, again, you can use markers or you can use paints. So if you use paints, just come back once you've got your drawing done. You can come back and decide where you want things. Now again, with paints, if you want to add more color afterwards, you can easily do that once the paint's dry. So if you're doing paints with this, you can add your design before and after. So you can see filling in. If this dries, I can come back and I can add more elaborate designs inside here if I want, or I can do all of those elaborate designs before I even start painting. So if I was coming in here and I wanted to add stripes or decide where I wanted some color, I can come back in with my paints. So with this one, again, just depending on what supplies you have at home that you can work with, you can come back and decide where to add your color in this to finish it off. The face does not have to be the same color. If I was going to get very Picasso-like or even Matisse, I might come in and decide I wanted a blue face on one side and a different color on the other side. So again, as you're working, you're going to decide what you want your artwork to, the feelings you want in your artwork to be. You're going to come back and paint in where you want things and have fun. Take your time, you know, just enjoy the experience. And again, markers, paint, crayon, whatever you have handy, and see what kind of painting you can come up with without trying to worry about it being a realistic picture of a face. You're now becoming more aware of how we abstract things. So if I start doing things like that, I definitely wouldn't want them the same color. I would definitely want to be able to break each one of these into different sections to exaggerate that idea. So have fun with this project. Take pictures of it for me. Let me see what you look like. Have fun.